never lose sight of one thing, that it was all started by a mouse.
He popped out of my mind onto a drawing pad on a train ride from Manhattan to Hollywood. Mickey's first actual screen appearance was at the Old Colony Theater in New York in Steamboat Willie. With the success of Mickey, I was determined to diversify. This little fellow is bashful. He's secretly in love with Snow White. Dwarfs' names fit their personalities.
We set up our own art school. Now, we were dealing in motion, movement, and the flow of movement, the flow of things, you know, action, reaction, all of that. So we had to set up our own school. And out of that school have come the artists that now make up my staff here.
During the last few years, we've ventured into a lot of different fields. We've had the opportunity to meet and work with a lot of wonderful people. The story of Mickey is truthfully the real beginning of Disneyland.
Saturday was always Daddy's Day with the two daughters. So we'd start out and try to go someplace. I felt that there should be something built, some kind of an amusement enterprise built where that the parents and the children could have fun together. To all who come to this happy place, welcome. Disneyland is your land. Here age relives fond memories of the past, and here youth may savor the challenge and promise of the future. Disneyland is dedicated to the ideals, the dreams, and the hard facts that have created America, with the hope that it will be a source of joy and inspiration to all the world. Thank you.
Welcome to a little bit of Florida here in California. This is where the early planning is taking place for our so-called Disney World project. Here in Florida, we have something special we never enjoyed at Disneyland, the blessing of size. There's enough land here to hold all the ideas and plans we could possibly imagine. We're now developing a master plan that encompasses the theme park and all the facilities around it that will serve the tourists. Hotels, motels, and a variety of recreation activities. In fact, just this little area alone is 5 times the size of Disneyland in California. Everything in this room may change time and time again as we move ahead. But the basic philosophy of what we're planning for Disney World is going to remain very much as it is right now. We know what our goals are. We know what we hope to accomplish. And believe me, it's the most exciting and challenging assignment we've ever tackled at Walt Disney Productions.
When you come in the main gate, past the railroad station, down the steps and across the band concert park, straight ahead lies the heartline of America, an old-fashioned Main Street. Hometown USA, just after the turn of the century. America was growing fast. Towns and villages were turning into cities. Soon the gas light will be replaced by electricity, but that was still in the future. At this time, Little Main Street was still the most important spot in the nation. Our second realm is called Adventureland. Within Adventureland is a wonder world of nature's own design. Her animal creatures, her fabulous plan of life.
Well, welcome aboard, crew. I'll be your skipper, alligator wrestler, and swimming instructor on a cruise that can only happen here in the Magic Kingdom. Hey, look what we found! The secret bathing pool of the Indian elephants. It's okay to stare, folks. They're all wearing their trunks. Look out in the back! This one looks a little angry. Now, over there is a giant python. They're real friendly creatures. They can even get a crush on you.
You too, mateys. You come seeking adventures of salty old pirates.
Give it to him again, lads. Aye, that'll show the bilge rat. He needs persuasion, mates. I will not talk.
Quiet, you scums! Say, have you set your eyes on a bewitched maiden in your travels?
Now our third realm is Tomorrowland. Ever since the invention of the bow and arrow, mankind has both worried and been fascinated by the forward march of science to find some measure of understanding about the things that lie before us. In the programs to come from Tomorrowland, we plan to explore these forces and their use.
Your attention, please. All astronauts should proceed to loading areas A and B. Passengers are now boarding for direct flight to Riker 1. Report to your spacecraft for final liftoff instructions.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, start your engines.
Hello, everyone. Our gantry will arrive momentarily to lift us to the launch platform. Be sure to follow your flight instructor's directions and have fun.
Behind the gates of Frontierland is the inspirational America of the past century. Here is the treasure of our native folklore, the songs, tales, and legends of the big men who built the land.
1, 2, 3, 4. Personal belongings now, especially them hats and glasses, because this here's the wildest ride in the wilderness.
So wild, ha 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 ha, ho ho ho. Oh, am I in luck? I think about my laughing face and yak 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 yak. Everybody has a laughing face, a laughing face. Go ho ho, they come round, turn it upside down, and you'll find yours. I know. Ho ho ho, ha 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 ha, yak 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 yak.
Since I was a small boy in Illinois, I've had a great personal admiration for Abraham Lincoln. We wanted to bring to the people of today the inspiring words of the man who held this nation together during its moment of greatest crisis, the Civil War.
This government must be preserved in spite of the acts of any man or set of men. Nowhere in the world is presented a government of so much liberty and equality. To the humblest and poorest among us are held the highest privileges and positions. Our reliance is in the love of liberty which God has planted in us.
We have 999 happy haunts here, but there's room for 1,000. Any volunteers?
Pretty ghost, come out to social. Let the moon climb high over the dead oak tree.
Some ghouls last Halloween.
Breathe with every eye.
Start to shriek and
Harmonize. Grim gray ghosts come out to socialize. Another knell, requiem bell. Weird ghosts gleam where the spirits dwell. Restless forms etherealize. Rise as scoops of every size.
Our last realm is fantasy. We cross the moat into the world of imagination. Once here, we can fly with Peter Pan to Neverland, wander with Alice through Wonderland, ride Cinderella's pumpkin coach. In fact, anything your heart desires.
It's a world of laughter, a world of tears. It's a world of hopes and a world of peace. There's so much that we share that it's all over. It's a small world after all. 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 It's a small, small world. It's a world of laughter, a world of tears. It's a world of hopes and a world of peace. There's so much that we share. Think of a wonderful thing, any merry little thing. Think of Christmas, think of snow, think of sleigh bells, here we go, like reindeer in the sky. You can fly, you can fly, you can fly.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, thank you for spending your day at the Magic Kingdom. It was Walt Disney's vision to create a place where dreams, imagination, and happiness would come together for all. We hope Walt Disney World has brought joy and inspiration and new knowledge to all who have come to this happy place, where the young at heart of all ages can laugh, play, and learn together.
The most important part of our Florida project, in fact, the heart of everything we'll be doing in Disney World, we call it Epcot. Spelled E-P-C-O-T. Experimental Prototype Community of Tomorrow. Epcot will take its cue from the new ideas and new technologies that are now emerging from the creative centers of American industry. It will be a community of tomorrow that will never be completed, but will always be introducing and testing and demonstrating new materials and new systems. And Epcot will always be a showcase to the world for the ingenuity and imagination of American free enterprise.
In primal tribes, our ancestors create a lasting reminder with cave paintings. Hieroglyphics mark the rise of the written language. With papyrus scrolls, the written word begins to travel across the land. With the invention of the printing press, the Renaissance brings renewed interest in poetry, music, science, and art. On this wave of inspiration, we sail into a bold new era of communications. Today, we've created a vast electronic network, stretching from our homes to the reaches of space. Dynamic forces, sending a constant flow of energy through time. Let us now look at the origins of man's energy sources, starting with the beginning of fossil fuels. The remnants of these early creatures have become the primary source of energy used in the world today. Petroleum oil is the natural substance remaining from these once mighty creatures.
Sophisticated and ingenious process. Not only will your ship be miniaturized, it will be beamed below the skin of a volunteer so that you will be able to view the inner workings of the human body. Stand by! We're being attacked by the white blood cells!
Research continues to give us better plant and animal production, as well as new insight into growing new plants in new environments. Fish farming is one of our fastest growing food industries. In a small aqua cell, we can produce tons of seafood crops. Some of these plants have great potential for the future, and many of our crops are served in Epcot restaurants.
Try to imagine a world where we've spent less time than on the surface of the moon. A world that holds enormous potential for mankind. A world we've just begun to explore. Welcome to Seabase Alpha.
Hydrolator 1 descending to Seabase Alpha. Roger, number 1. Notify when clear of docking port. As you enter the visitor center, your sea cab is passing through part of our beautiful coral reef community. Now, we have quite a variety of sea life living within our base of operation, which is the largest of its kind in the world.
Commander Walt, you have a call on line 1.
10 more.
Epcot will always be a showcase to the world. It's our hope that Epcot will stimulate American industry to develop new solutions that will meet the needs of people. Everything in Epcot will be dedicated to the happiness of the people who will work and play here, and those who come here from all around the world to visit our living showcase.
The Canada Showcase is a short walk from the International Gateway and the first country we'll visit on our journey. Canada offers rose gardens, totem poles, and a Circle Vision 360 movie.
Journey with us now through the color and the contrast of our magnificent land, where the past and the future are an inseparable part of the present. Only a stone's throw from any city in Canada, there's the great outdoors. You can be a part of nature out there and see life in the wild all around you.
The United Kingdom is right next door to Canada and offers unique shopping across 8 different architectural styles. While browsing for teas, candy, toys, or fine British clothing, you'll wander through an elegant London square and a rural countryside. Inside the Rose and Crown, the beer and ale are the toast of any first-class local in London.
Here's a pint of Bass Ale. Cheers, mate.
Just over the International Gateway Bridge from the United Kingdom, you'll find the beautiful showcase of France.
You have very nice hair. Your eyes are pretty, too. So tell me, how long do you stay in Epcot? Did you like it there?
Along with the sights of the Parisian street artists and French locals, your senses will be overwhelmed with the sound of musicians on the street corner, the smell of perfume from the shops, or sit back with a glass of wine and just watch the world go by.
Come with me on a voyage through my impressions de France. From the cold green north, they come to see the elegance of Chambord. Bastille Day. Nothing makes us prouder than to celebrate the birth of our Republique. Paris, the leading symbol of every age, across the face of my beloved France.
Just around the corner from France, you'll find authentic music and fun in the Morocco Showcase. Inside the marketplace, hand-woven baskets, sheepskin wallets, and fine brass pots and serving sets can be found.
مرحبا بكم عندنا في المغرب. كنتمنى تكونوا كتقضيو وقت ممتع معنا. Welcome to Morocco.
Delicious local dishes and traditional entertainment from this North African country can be found in the restaurant Marrakesh. The next showcase on our journey is Japan, which is possibly the most serene in all of World Showcase. At the teppanyaki dining room, a taste of traditional delicacies is a show in itself. Be sure to pay attention to the local customs. Along the water's edge, you'll find the Renaissance architecture of the Italy Showcase. The gondolas at the water's edge, the tiles in the buildings, and the statues in the courtyard are all exact replicas from the old country. Inside Alfredo La Original de Roma, sit down and enjoy a serving of fettuccine Alfredo tossed in butter sauce and imported Italian cheese. The Germany Showcase was inspired by the Rhine and Bavarian regions, and it's just around the bend from Italy.
Wir nennen sie in Deutschland Brezeln. I hope you like them.
The Oktoberfest celebration in the beer garden is just as lively as any you'll find in Munich. In contrast to the Merriman in Germany, the nearby China showcase is dominated by Disney's replica of the Temple of Heaven. Outside the gardens, you may see a traditional Chinese dance, wishing passers-by good fortune. Or maybe another pair of mischievous characters. Inside the pavilion, you'll get a rare look at ancient Chinese handcrafts and art.
Really, this one in China we call it 绣片. The material is silk, the line is gold. Here's the dragon.
Nestled between China and Mexico, the Norway Showcase celebrates the Viking heritage, folklore, and history of one of the world's oldest cultures.
What's this? How dare you come here? This is foreign country. Get away, invaders!
Hola! Welcome to the Mexico Showcase. Near the San Angelin, the mariachi band will stir anyone from their siesta. You may even be inspired to try some of the local dances. Inside the 3rd century, Mesoamerican Pyramid is a tribute to Mexican culture and a relaxing boat tour of Mexican life and history, from Mayan high priests to modern-day Mexican dancers.
Mr. Twain, what do you think of our America now?
I think the founding fathers never dreamed of an America like this.
Of course not. We weren't dreamers, we were visionaries. That is why our Constitution withstands the rigors of time.
The movie camera was considered more of a plaything. But photographic history was made with antique cameras like this old-timer. Now, I guess that makes me an old-timer myself, because I broke into the film business behind a camera of about this vintage. In the old days, we had to operate cameras by hand. Now, you crank too fast, and you get slow motion. Now, you crank too slow, and your films would be speeded up. Actually, the early pioneers of cinematography were not great artists by today's standards. But the films they shot were sensational in their day because they moved. Photography had come to life. So, let's crank up this old projector and see some of the fun and excitement in those quaint old motion pictures.
Right there. What do you think you're doing, dear? You've walked into the middle of my shot.
You've just ruined the entire thing. Your disregard for the greats is appalling. Look at you standing on someone so famous as this. The entire film world, the Chinese theater, all built on names like this, and there you are, standing on it with a glaze on your eyes. Come over here where I can see you. Blonde hair, blue eyes. You're charming, you're stunning, you're compelling. Have you ever acted before? Smile, frown, laugh, cry. Oh, you take direction well. Go see a movie. Think about it. I'll see you tomorrow, Soundstage 4. Oh, it's not easy being a genius.
No, it's the great movie ride.
Hello, everybody. My name is Susan, and I'm proud to welcome you to the great movie ride. I'll be taking you from this Hollywood soundstage right into the middle of the action of the greatest films ever made. Is everybody ready? Yes! Now move towards the unknown dangers that lurk in the shadows of the big city. This is the underworld.
Gangsters!
Like, what are you doing? The heat's on. You gotta get out of here. You don't want to get these nice people hurt, huh?
Who are you? What's going on?
I'm just a businessman in a tight spot, and you're in the middle, huh? Did you get out of here?
Here they come, boss.
Get out your grinders. Hey, quiet out there!
Let's get out of here!
Come on, get straight, you mug. I ain't giving.
Boy, I'm glad that's over. Me too. Phew. Tales of the Old West.
Hey, somebody's robbing the bank!
Someone's robbing the bank. I better see what's going on. Sit tight, folks. I'll be right back.
Oh, gosh. Be careful, Minnie.
Missy, get out of the way.
Well, look here. Just in time for the perfect getaway.
Get those hands in the air.
You'll never get away with this.
Aren't you good, stranger? Would you see? Me and my partner Snake here. Well, we got a plan. Look out! The fight's gonna blow!
Oh, no!
You ain't taking me alive, Sheriff.
You ain't going nowhere, you varmint.
You're with me now, so hold on to your horses. We're going for a little ride.
Welcome, everyone, to the Backstage Studio Tour. You're on a shuttle ride that will take you behind the scenes of a working motion picture and television studio.
It's gonna be a real adventure.
We are now entering our back lot. This is known as Residential Street. You may notice something odd about each of these houses. Every single one is just a facade or false front. When production companies work on the back lot, the script sometimes calls for total control over the entire area. You may be able to see some of the specialized equipment it takes to make these productions a reality. Even the dog houses here are special. Just ahead is the Bulldog Cafe. You may recognize it from one of your favorite Disney movies. This is our New York street backlot. We use a few movie tricks such as forced perspective to give the illusion of an entire city. Like most studio boneyards, ours is filled with bits and pieces of movie memorabilia. See if you can identify any of the famous movies and actors that might have used these vehicles.
They were used in all sorts of movies.
We're now entering a large standing set used for special effects. As you can see, they're not filming right now.
Okay, roll them.
Oh my gosh, I thought they weren't filming today. Hang on, everybody. It looks like we're going to be in the scene.
This is where animation begins. With a good story, adventure, romance, humor, and suspense. In this department, many story elements are born as sketches pinned up on a storyboard. When an animator is armed with a pencil and an active imagination, almost anything can happen. Here you can see an animator using a mirror in order to get that facial expression just right for his character. This is the layout and background department. The layout artist draws the sets, and the background artist paints them. The background artist also establishes the mood of the scene by painting with the right colors. In this example, you can see how the various background elements, such as shadows and footprints, are combined together to form a scene.
Donald? This is gonna be good!
Donald, I have a very bad feeling about this place. Isn't it supposed to be the haunted? Oh, I can't look. Oh.
Okay, Mom.
Oh.
Come on, Daisy, don't be chicken.
The well-being of our children and grandchildren depends on how well we preserve our natural resources, our soils, minerals, forests, water, and wildlife. Conservation is a way of life. It's a science whose principles are written in the oldest code in the world, the laws of nature. If we will protect our wildlife and preserve our lakes and streams, these things will last us for generations to come. probably heard people talk about conservation. Well, conservation isn't just the business of a few people. It's a matter that concerns all of us. It's our responsibility to take care of these creatures and the natural settings that are their homes.
Here at Disney Animal Kingdom, we feed 1,500 animals. In a day, we go through approximately 1.5 tons of food. Of that types of food, we go through produce, grain, hay, and meat products.
Mammals are usually held in quarantine for 30 days after they're brought into the collection, so we can just make sure they're healthy.
Well, my name's Melinda, and I'm one of the animal keepers here in Conservation Station. And with me is a bird called a tawny frogmouth.
Give the public everything you can give them. Keep the place as clean as you can keep it. Keep it friendly. You know, make it a real fun place to be. I think they're convinced, and I think that'll hang on after, if, as you say, after Disney.